Good day, students. Today, our topic of discussion will be analysis of causality and stability of continuous time systems. Causality and stability are two unique features which describe a system. So, how do you find whether a system is causal or non-causal? In time domain, if you would like to find whether a system is causal or non-causal, a continuous time system is said to be causal if h of t is equal to 0 for t lesser than 0. You need to find the impulse response h of t, and if you substitute t lesser than 0, h of t should evaluate to 0. So, in time domain, causality of a system can be obtained using this h of t. Similarly, the other unique way to calculate causality is in using ROC in S domain. So, if there are two conditions that has to be satisfied for a system to be causal. First one is h of s should be rational. Second is the ROC is to the right of the rightmost pole. If these two conditions are satisfied, the system is said to be causal system. Stability. A very simple condition for stability is a continuous time system is said to be stable if the ROC includes the j omega axis. The j omega axis is nothing but the central axis of the S plane, j omega axis. Let us illustrate this property of causality and stability with the example. So let us take a transfer function h of s is equal to 1 by s plus 1 into s minus 2 into s plus 3. Identify the possible ROCs, because in this question we have not given whether it is causal, we have not specified anything about the ROC. So it is possible that you have for any system you will have three possible ROCs, and hence you identify those ROCs and you have to check for the causality and stability for each of this of the system based on the individual ROCs. So how do we go with it? First, identify the poles of the system. The poles of the transfer function are s equal to minus 1, s equal to 2 and s equal to minus 3. So, to check for causality and stability with ROC, the first point is you need the transfer function h of s. From the transfer function h of s, you identify what are the poles. So, from the poles, you can list out the possible ROCs. As we have seen under the properties of ROCs, let us first plot the poles minus 3, minus 1 and 2. Now, what are the possible ROCs? So, if there are 3 poles and if the given signal is a right-sided signal, ROC will be to the right of the rightmost pole. Hence, the first possible ROC is a real part of s greater than 2. The second one is, if the given signal is a left-sided signal, the ROC will be to the left of the leftmost pole, which is real part of s lesser than minus 3. Then the third case is, if the given signal is an addition of right-sided and left-sided, ROC will lie between the extreme poles minus 3 and 2. So real part of s greater than minus 3 and lesser than 2. So any given system will, if it is not mentioned about any causality condition or we are not knowledgeable about the signal given in time domain, from the transfer function we can directly conclude that there are 3 possible ROCs. So now for each possible ROCs, let us analyze the causality and stability. So first one is real part of is greater than 2, which is nothing but a right of rightmost pole and the given signal is a right-sided signal. So for this, these are the 3 poles and we know that it is greater than 2. So how do we check for causality? The causality condition is h of s is rational. Yes, h of s is 1 by s plus 1 into s minus 2 into s power 3. This numerator as well as denominator is rational. If it is going to be irrational, it will contain terms which evaluate to some real value. For example, if it includes e power s, in that case of transfer function is called as irrational. So h of s is obviously rational over here. Second important property for causality is ROC is to the right of the rightmost pole, right? And hence this system is a causal system. Secondly, what is the condition for stability? Stability condition is the ROC should include the j omega axis. But here the ROC does not include the j omega axis. Hence, the system is said to be an unstable system. Second, the region of convergence, a real part of s lesser than -3. It means that we have taken a left-sided signal. So we are plotting the poles and analyze for causality. So h of s is rational as usual. You can see that if it is lesser than -3, ROC is to the left of the leftmost pole. If ROC is to the left of the leftmost pole, it is a non-causal system, or specifically we can tell this as an anti-causal system, because right of rightmost pole is causal and left of leftmost, which is exactly opposite, is said to be an anti-causal system, a specialized case of non-causal system. Stability. Here also we observe that the ROC does not include the j omega axis, and hence this system is said to be unstable. So for the given example, the second condition is also unstable. Let us take the third region of convergence, greater than -3 and lesser than -2. So in this case, the ROC has 3 poles. So analyzing the causality, it is neither to the right of the rightmost pole nor it is to the left of the leftmost pole. Hence this system is said to be a non-causal system. And ROC, the ROC includes, right? It includes the j omega axis, and hence the system is said to be stable. So these are the methods in which you have to determine the region of convergence. Thank you.